From Malbec to Merlot, Chardonnay to Chablis, it is a whole world of wine out there. So what do you choose? Well, maybe you want to head down to Premier here in Saskatoon. It's a wine festival and you can find yourself an expert like Doug Reichel. He's with finewinesask.com and he's here with his suggestions. Hi, Doug.
Expert is quite generous of you, thank you.
No,
but I'm an enthusiast. Absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah.
So tell me, Doug, I want to know what is hot this year.
Well, I am quite excited about the whole Portuguese category. They've been growing grapes for 3,500 years, making wine for that long, and we're just beginning to discover them. They've got some stunning wines that over-deliver. So we've found overseas 4 different wines here that we have.
That is a perfect transition because, of course, lots of us go to dinner parties. It's a nice thing to do, and when you come, you bring a bottle of wine. What is that fail-proof bottle?
That's an awkward question, but thank you for asking it, putting me on the spot, Brittany. But I would say that generally about 70% of the 70% of the wines in the province sold are red wines. So generally there's a preference for red wines. Why I like Portuguese wines is because they do tend to go with so many foods. So I guess if you were pressing me for that fail-safe, I would probably go either with the Terrace de Paul red from a single vineyard in the center of Portugal, or the Madeiras regional red from the south of Portugal.
I noticed, and maybe it's because I'm getting on in age a little bit, my palate is expanding. I appreciate wine so much more, and it's also really trendy. Why do you think more people are attracted to wine these days?
Thank you, Brittany. I think that's an excellent question, because I think really what it has to do with is increasingly people are paying attention to food that is more alive with flavor and less chemicals. And the more you do that, the more you will naturally be drawn to the world of wine. And because food and wine are meant to be together. I often say that a meal without wine is sort of like dance without music. They work together so well.
Well, thank you very much Doug for that little introduction to the music of our drinking lives, the wonderful world of wine. If you'd like to check out Premier, it's down here at TCU Place in Saskatoon, running until Saturday.